Hi everyone. Sorry, another technical difficulty. We are logging on from my personal Facebook but making it public, and then Veronica's going to share it on my public, and I think Hispanic Kitchen is also going to share it. So as I was saying, on Friday I made an elote recipe alongside Ingrid Hoffman, and she made a guacamole, and we kind of got carried away in the kitchen. She's a really big kitchen, and I got a lot of kind of messages about they missed a lot about my recipe and they wanted to see more. So here I am with more. We're going to try this again, this time in my little kitchen in my new house. I just moved here in March, and it's taken a little getting used to because I had a really big kitchen in the house where I raised the girls, but I'm super happy here, just still kind of in boxes. So, and I'm kind of playing with the corn here. So we're gonna start with corn in the husk. It makes a big difference. It's also on sale right now. This is great. You can make it at any time of year, not only because it's Cinco de Mayo on Friday, but that's a great excuse to make it. It goes great with margaritas and tequila. This is, elote is traditionally considered street corn, and they add all sorts of different things to it. So let me tell you how I do it. It's a really quick trick. Normally, I do this on the grill outside, but I'm going to use a grill pan because I don't have my grill yet, and I want this to be really user-friendly for all of you. Wait, hold on, this has to be higher because okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take the end off an ear of corn, and all right, so you want to start with a very sharp knife. You want to cut the whole end off so that you see the kernels, and you're going to put this in a microwave. Wait, you need to I'm sorry. Just forget this. Okay. Just focus on this. She's trying to get it on my public page, but she's not focusing. You need to put that a little higher. Sorry, guys. I hate to be, but I just want to make sure that you guys get it this time. I don't want you to do it like that. Just face me.
I am.
Okay.
You're on.
Okay. If you have any questions, obviously, at any time, Veronica is going to tell me what you guys are asking. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the microwave for 3.5 to 4 minutes. Okay, so let me do that. Okay, 4 minutes. And as we're doing that, I'm going to heat up my grill pan, and we're going to make the topping for the elote. Basically, the only difference between elote and regular corn, I think you're too low again.
No, I have.
You sure? Okay.
That's fine.
Guys, if you don't see something, because I get a lot of things like, there's no audio, I can't see you, it's too whatever, tell me now. And to recap, we are doing the elote recipe that I did on Friday with Ingrid. Again, a lot of people didn't get the whole recipe, so I'm trying to do it again for you guys so that you guys can get it, because it's so easy, and it's a shame that you don't have this recipe and see all the little tips and tricks. So elote is street corn. It is traditionally, I am told, and the Mexicans will be sure to tell me if I'm wrong, this is something, you know, that's considered street corn in Mexico. So you add different things to it, like a mayonnaise-based sauce, some cotija cheese on top. I wouldn't start with frozen corn. Fresh corn is so easy to get. It's on sale now, so it's a great time to get it, and it makes such a difference to get fresh corn. And one of the most difficult things about this fresh corn is taking off the husk, or shucking the corn, as I'm told you say it, and all the silk from the corn. And I remember being on Food Network Star, I'm forgetting, it's PTSD. And when I went back for Star Salvation, I think it's called, I had to make some corn fritters, and we had obviously very limited time. And Alex Guarnacelli was not happy about the silk that I left in my fritters. So this is a way to get it out. I'm going to show you the one that I have in there. This one I've already done, and see, nothing, just perfectly clean corn. So we're going to start with some mayo. The exact recipe will be on my website, on my Facebook page. So I'm just kind of throwing things in here. And again, the thing about recipes, and one important thing for me, for you guys to know is, you know, I always hashtag get in there and cook something. And I know that it's not that easy for some of you, but honestly, recipes are a guideline. You really don't have to follow them to the T. Like, for example, today I was going crazy. I wanted to zest a lime. I can't find my zester. It's not going to ruin the recipe if I can't find my zester. I'm just going to use a little more lime juice. So I'm going to start with mayo, and to that I'm going to add some chili powder. And this obviously is to taste, some cayenne powder, a little bit of salt, a little bit of lime juice. Maybe a little more lime juice because I don't have that zest. And you know, you get to taste this and you decide, hey, do I like it a little spicier, a little bit more lime, a little bit. It's your decision. This is your creation. So this, again, is just a guideline. So this is what you get. Basically, it's a mayonnaise mixture. Of course, you can make your own mayo. Absolutely, you can do that, but there's really great prepared mayos out there, so you can use any kind that you like. And this was, the other day, it was really kind of funny because usually I'm used to using those culinary squeeze bottles, and I realized most of you don't have access to those squeeze bottles. And my friend Chip Blumberg, who always joins in, and I hope he's on there now.
He is.
He told me a good idea about putting it in the bottle with a little Ziploc bag, but then I thought, I don't even need the bottle. Everyone has a Ziploc bag at home. So this is how we're gonna do that. We're gonna put the mayo mixture in the Ziploc bag. We're gonna snip the corner and use that as our squeeze bottle. If you guys, again, if you're just joining, let me recap. We are doing the elote recipe. Elote is street corn, Mexican style, in honor of Cinco de Mayo, which is on Friday. And if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free. Veronica is recording this right now, and she will tell me what your questions are. Let me get the...
I have a suggestion from Robert. He says that if you don't have a zester, you can use a box grater.
I know I don't have a box grater either, Robert. I can't find anything. If you want to come over and help me open the boxes in my garage, which is a disaster, I welcome all the help. All right. So, here we go. So when you put the corn in the microwave, this is what happens. Here you go. It comes out silk and all. Everything stays in here. These little nasty things, you get rid of them. And the great thing about it is that it's partially cooked. You want it a little bit firm, so you can do it a few, I do it for 3.5 to 4 minutes. You can do it 3 minutes and still easily take the husk off. But 4 minutes has been the sweet spot for me. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some butter and add a little bit of olive oil to the butter. Why use both? I'll tell you why I use both. I usually use both for almost everything. Number one, butter gives more flavor. Butter gives better color as far as browning. But olive oil or vegetable oil, you can use either, has a higher smoking point. So you can actually get those grill marks on there, and you do want a little bit of that brown color on your ears of corn. So I'm gonna brush these and put them on my grill pan. And then I'm gonna have some time where we can just talk and you guys can ask me your questions. Who else is joining us?
I see CJ, he or she wants to know what you're making, so they just joined us.
Okay, so I will tell you.
1 second.
Try not to let people see what I'm wearing.
Yeah, that's why I like move slowly, please.
All right, sorry. All right, guys, so to recap, I am making street corn elote in honor of Cinco de Mayo. It's a super easy recipe. I just taught you guys how to take the ear out, the ear of corn out of the husk really easily without leaving any of that silk behind, which always gets in the way and gets in your teeth. All you have to do is cut the end. Let me show you again. I'm gonna show you another one at the end. The end of the corn right here. You want to take enough off so you can see the kernels, and you pop it in the microwave for 3.5 to 4 minutes, and it will slip right out. I'll put this one in too so I can show you at the end how that happens. And I've just combined a little butter and olive oil and brushed it on my ears of corn, and I'm gonna get them browned on a grill pan. You can also do this outside on a charcoal grill, on a gas grill. If you're doing it on a charcoal or a gas grill, be careful with flare-ups when you put oil on this, so keep the lid open and watch it very closely because you do want some grill marks and some color on it, but you don't want burnt corn. So wait for me right here, Veronica. I'm gonna put this in the microwave.
Alrighty.
All right, is everybody seeing my beautiful outfit?
Yes, well,
Awesome.
kind of, not really.
All right, that's okay. Let's see. So also what I did, I made a little bit of a mess, is that I combined mayonnaise, prepared mayonnaise, lime juice, lime zest ideally, a little bit of salt, cayenne pepper, and chili powder, and mixed it all together and put it in a Ziploc bag. And we're going to use that as our little squeeze bottle. Right when I'm ready to do that, I am going to snip off the tip. Another thing that I love to do, let me put these here. You can come with me,
Yeah.
Veronica, because I want them to see this on the. Okay, so it's hot enough. Another thing I don't love is not having a gas stove, but it is what it is.
We do what we can.
We do what we can around here. All right.
Oh.
So you hear it sizzling. We're going to leave it on there, and we'll come back to that so that you can see how it gets a little bit of color. So let's see, what else? Anybody else joining? Tell me where people are joining me from. Tell me where you are, if you're all in Miami.
We see
if you're
Donna from Michigan.
Michigan.
We have Rob, who has a Toronto Maple Leafs profile picture.
Nice.
He wants to know, is olive oil native to Mexico, and what would be a more original or like authentic ingredient to use?
Do they have olive oil in Mexico? I don't know. I wish that I had that information, but if there's any Mexican friends joining us or anybody that wants to Google it and give the information to our Canadian friend. Why is it that all Canadians are so funny? Like all the funniest people on TV are Canadian. Am I making this up? Like Chelsea Handler, the guy from Austin Powers.
Ooh, we have people from all over the country. Texas, Florida, Minnesota, California, Southern Illinois, El Paso.
Wow.
Milwaukee. Oh
What's
my God.
the weather like everywhere? Because here it's humid. It's windy, but it's humid. And yeah, it's never a good hair day.
Atlanta, Hotlanta.
Hotlanta. What's the weather in Michigan? I want to know.
Michigan friends. Tell us. Oh, we have Arizona. Gise says she's sitting with her mom at home cooking, watching you.
Oh, I love that.
The best olive oil is Greek, says Eleni. Olive trees
right.
are all over New Mexico.
Eleni would say that. Is it Eleni, the Greek goddess friend of mine with the Greek last name?
Strobula?
No, I have another Eleni friend who taught me how to make great baklava. So, what was I saying? Okay, so another thing that I love to do when I'm cooking and when I'm having people over, again, I feel that it stresses people out to have dinner ready and set and ready to go when people walk in the door. That mentality is very, very old-fashioned. Like, I don't like that idea of walking to somebody's house and they put like the feedback on me like I'm a horse. I really want to participate, and you'd be surprised how people want to participate. So if you don't want to get people in your kitchen, you know, shucking the corn or doing anything like that, you can set up bars. And I love bars for everything. I like a sangria bar. I like doing, you know, a sundae bar, you know, a chili bar with all different toppings. And so you can definitely do an elote bar. Let me double check my corn.
How are those corns doing?
Okay, so let's see. So it'll give you an idea. It's going to take a little longer, but we're getting some color here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn this on as well. This is the thing about doing live, guys. You can't fake it.
Oh, Michigan's a little cold, 40 degrees.
Oh, my kingdom to be in 40-degree weather. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. If you're going to take a little while, put your mayo in the refrigerator. It's going to be a little safer to do that. So going back to the bar. So here is a great example. I'm going to put on the mayo mixture, which is going to help everything adhere to the corn. And then I have some cotija cheese, some cilantro, some chorizo, but you can add whatever you want. If you don't like cotija cheese in a pinch, you can use feta. You can use cheddar, you can use any kind of cheese you like. You can add grilled onions, you can add mushrooms if you're vegetarian. Go for it, add peppers, add jalapenos. It's just kind of like a blank canvas, and it's a really great way to get like all your party guests kind of mingling and talking and that kind of stuff. Usually I will cut them smaller and put a little stick at the end and just have everybody go to town. All right, let me...
Ooh, Marla is asking if you at some point can teach us how to make cheese enchiladas.
Cheese enchiladas. Yes, of course. I have a great recipe for cheese enchiladas and all sorts of enchiladas, actually. I would love to do that.
It's the enchilada lady.
Do you guys prefer enchiladas with the corn tortilla or with the flour tortilla? There seems to be a... Or with green tomatillo sauce or regular red sauce.
Thank you to Spanish and Caribbean Recipes for sharing our live video. for those
of
you
thank you
joining
so
us
much.
from there.
That's so awesome. Thank you. That means a lot to me. So here is just to recap again, just to tell you how to do the corn. When you get the corn like this, you cut off the end. You cut it enough, about an inch, so that you can see the kernel. You put it in the microwave 3.5 to 4 minutes, and it comes right out with no silk or husk left behind. Be careful with the steam, but this is also now ready to grill. Let's see. You can stay there. I'm just gonna move this.
There's a lot of division with, it's either corn and green sauce and like a little bit of flour here and there and like a little bit of red sauce, but the majority are corn tortillas and green sauce.
Really?
Yes.
So that's like enchiladas suizas, but without the chicken, because normally enchiladas suizas are with chicken. And I love making it with a tomatillo sauce. I know that in some places in New Mexico and places like that, they will mix the red and the green sauce, and they call it, like if you go to the restaurant, you'll say, I want the enchiladas, and then you say Christmas, meaning red and green sauce together, which I think is kind of really clever.
In regards to our olive oil question,
yes.
Of course they do have olive oil in Mexico, but most of it comes from Italy and Spain.
Yeah, I want to say that maybe Mexico uses more corn oil, but again, I am just making that up. But I'm sure they grow olives there. We have olive oil in Florida, is my understanding. Recently, somebody posted something about olive oil from Florida. So I think, you know, we always want to be as local as possible and get everything from our farmers. And so I think that everybody should look for, you know, what they can find. They can find in their area that is local. I think is an important thing. Hold on, let me double check here. Who else is joining us?
Ooh, tons of people. Everybody's making suggestions about what they'd like to see you cook next.
Yes, tell me.
Enchiladas with potatoes, carrots and chorizo.
Enchiladas with potatoes.
Meatball soup.
Meatball soup like Italian wedding soup?
I saw they asked for it in Spanish. So
sopa de albóndiga.
Sopa de albóndiga. Nora wants you to go on Top Chef. What are you cooking? Some people are just joining us asking.
So to recap, those of you who are just joining us, I am making Mexican street corn, or elote, grilled inside on a grill pan. And what I've done so far is just take the corn out of the husk and brush some olive oil and butter on it, and we are grilling it on a grill pan. You can also do it outside. I've made the mayonnaise topping for it, and I use just prepared mayonnaise, lime juiced, cayenne pepper, and a little chili powder and a little salt. And we're gonna put that on it as soon as my corn is grilled. All right.
Should I go over?
I think that we need a little bit more time. Yes, you know, there's some color on it, but we need a little more.
People are asking for maybe more recipes like chilaquiles, birria. I saw just a little bit ago some other Mexican dishes, gorditas. Everybody, sofrito. I know that you have an awesome
absolutely.
sofrito.
We need to learn how to do a sofrito. Sofrito, it's funny, but all Cuban food starts with a sofrito, and I assume that Mexican food does as well. In fact, all Creole cooking has their version of a sofrito. I think that my understanding is that Creole food, like from New Orleans, Louisiana, that part of the country, it's like a mirepoix. So their Holy Trinity is carrots, onions, and celery. And please correct me if I'm wrong, because I may be wrong. For Cubans, it's bell pepper, onion, and garlic. So I think that every country has their own kind of base for all their cooking, and you know, their own Holy Trinity. I know French cooking is a mirepoix as well. I want to say maybe the New Orleans type cooking has some garlic in it, like when you make an etouffee or something like that, you're going to want to start with a base. But if anybody from that part of the country, I would love to know, because I'm being educated in this process as well.
Portugal has their own version of sofrito. Thanks, Susan. She just wants to see your version.
Oh, okay. What do they do in Portugal?
Susan, what do they do in Portugal for sofrito? Tell us.
Yes.
Oh, look.
So here you have, you know, I'm not getting exactly all the color I want because I'm you know, just in the interest of time. Do we have any new people just joining us?
Tons.
Tons?
Yeah,
How
I mean, I
exciting.
see people commenting, oh, they like ropa vieja.
Ropa vieja is one of my favorite Cuban dishes. It's
Mexican sofrito is garlic, tomato, and onion, according to IU.
garlic, tomato, and onion. There you go. How interesting. So raw tomato, just like tomato, seeded tomato, or just regular tomato? That's
Louisiana's Holy Trinity is onion, celery, and green pepper.
and green pepper. And the mirepoix is the French Holy Trinity, which is onion, carrot, and celery. So
Okay,
there you
here's
go.
Susan with the Portuguese. Fresh parsley, fresh cilantro, garlic, tomatoes, green peppers, crushed liquid red pepper. Oh, that's an elaborate sofrito.
Oh, that is for Portugal?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been to Portugal yet. I'm dying to go there. What a beautiful country, just from pictures and friends of mine that have been there love it. So what's everybody making for dinner, and what is everyone doing on Cinco de Mayo? I want to know.
Oh, we have a great tip from Sandy. Adding a little bit of sugar to the boiling water when you're parboiling the corn.
For sure. I didn't, however, parboil the corn because I wanted to use corn in its husk. So I did the little microwave trick. Another pointer, just in case you don't have a microwave, and yes, there are people that don't have microwaves, or you don't want to use a microwave and you want more of that roasted corn flavor. You can do the same thing that I did by cutting off the end and putting it inside some foil and in the oven for about 30 or 40 minutes at about 350, 375 degrees. And when you take it out, you need to be, aware of the steam that comes out because that can burn you. But you're gonna have the same effect of taking off the silk and the husk really, really easily. What other questions do we have? By the way, I think this is on my personal Facebook, but it is on my public Facebook.
Public
So
page.
please like my Facebook page. It's Ana Quincoces, and if you are on Instagram or on Twitter, it's at Ana Cooks. It's ANAQOOKS, and it's not cooks because I'm kooky, because some people may have said that in the past.
It's good.
But it's play on my last name, on Cooks, and Cooks with Quincoces. So please follow me. I'd love to hear from you. After this is over, I'm going to continue answering your questions. So if you're just joining us, I will be coming back and answering any questions that you have. All right.
People are making pozole, arroz con pollo.
For Cinco de Mayo?
For Cinco de Mayo, for
Can I
tonight.
come over? Where are they?
I don't know, where are you
Where are my
guys? Invite us
friends?
over for dinner. Everybody's excited about cooking. I love it so much.
All right, guys, so we have our grilled corn here. Can they see it?
Yep.
And then we're going to use this, which is now our squeeze bottle. And thanks, Chip Blumberg, for, for reminding me of this tip. And you guys, we're not striving for perfection here. This is street corn, and you can put more, you can put less. Put this on here. So we can do a little bit of cheese. I think everybody wants cheese, right? More cheese, please.
More cheese, please.
All right, so this is cotija cheese. Again, use any kind of cheese that you like. I've used feta. I've used chopped jalapenos on top of this. I've used cheddar cheese. I've used everything. So when you create a bar, make it as elaborate as you want. And how about some chorizo for our, I'm gonna do about half of them with chorizo. And then you can always add a little bit of more of your chili powder and a little cayenne if you want it spicy.
Oh, some people are asking for the mayo recipe that they missed.
The mayo recipe?
Yeah, what
I
you
didn't
put
make
in
the
the bag.
mayo. I didn't make the mayo. I will post on there a recipe to make mayo. Mayo is very simple. Really, what you need is a food processor, and it's just emulsified egg yolks, lime, lemon juice, and olive oil, or really any kind of oil that you like.
Can
I'm
you
gonna add a
use
little
Parmesan?
Oh,
on-
absolutely. Parmesan would be great.
Oh, and what did you put with? What did you combine with the mayo to make that? Like,
Okay, so the mayo, just to let you know what's in here, I combined regular mayo, prepared mayo, you can make your own, a little bit of lime juice. Lime zest would be ideal, so you zest the outside of the lemon, making sure not to get the pith white part, just the green, and salt, cayenne pepper, and a little chili powder. Again, you can add anything else that you like, but And this is our finished product. I like it personally with a little extra squeeze of lime on top. Maybe a little bit of extra just brown pepper. Yeah. So you guys, we were on for a little while, but I just wanted to show you because I didn't want anybody to miss any of it. But this is so simple to make. You can cut this in threes and make them small with a little stick at the end, or just in half. You can't imagine how good this is. My mouth is watering, so I'm going to have some. Veronica, are you jealous?
A little bit.
So good. Now I need a margarita or a really cold beer. Do we have that? We don't have that?
Do we? I don't know.
Anyway, so kitchen. Thank you all for joining me. I will continue to answer your questions after the Facebook Live is over. So any questions you have, and let me know what recipes you want to see me do. I will definitely get on there and listen to your most requested recipes and teach you whatever I can. And obviously I'm interested in you guys teaching me, so post on my Facebook Live, on my Facebook public page, which is at Ana Quincoces, or share anything you want with me on Instagram and Twitter at Ana Cooks, ANAQOOKS. Thanks so much for joining me. I've had fun making elote with you guys, and again, till next time, right? Veronica, what are we making next time? Sofrito?
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna take a vote for next time. Love you guys. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and happy Cinco de Mayo.